Stellar is revolutionizing how we do payments. XLM is one of the most interesting, efficient, and prospective digital assets out there. But before we get into that, I'm Haas from Onyx Block. Liking this video tells YouTube that you enjoyed it, and that causes YouTube to recommend the video. So as you can see, I'm a small channel. If you'd like to help me grow, please like the video. Now, let's talk about payments. Let's get into it. Stellar is an open source network for peer-to-peer payments. Jed McCaleb is the co-founder and CTO of Stellar. You might recognize that name from a famous exchange, Mt. Gox, which obviously has a contentious history. Jed created Mt. Gox simply because he wanted a better way to buy crypto. So he ended up repurposing his Magic the Gathering website, hence the name Mt. Gox. Now let's clear up the facts. Jed was not in control at all of the exchange when the contentious hack happened. In fact, Jed sold the exchange when it started getting too big in the early years. He essentially just found the first person that would buy the exchange, and the rest is history. Obviously, during 2014, the crypto market was exploding, so you can imagine that a lot of crypto was lost in the Mt. Gox collapse. If you guys want a video about the Mt. Gox collapse, please comment below, and if there's enough interest, then I'll make that video. Jed is also the co-founder of OpenCoin, which then turned into Ripple, and finally is now known as XRP. Jed had disagreements with Ripple's policy and separated from them to start his own project, XLM. He and Joyce Kim founded the Stellar Development Foundation, a nonprofit organization that wants to help foster the development and adoption of the Stellar network. One of Stellar's main focuses is targeted at the unbanked. If we think how inconvenient it is to send money from one place to another, that's essentially the target audience that Stellar is going for. This would allow somebody to send money to another country using XLM as a bridge currency, essentially completing a trade and converting the currency from the sender's currency into XLM into the receiver's currency. As an example, if somebody from the States wanted to send USD to, say, somebody in Uganda, and let's say they wanted to send $100, they could send that through the Stellar network, and the receiver would automatically get it in their native currency. Okay, so that sounds well and good, but what about the technicals? The Stellar network operates on a ledger that runs on a number of public and private nodes. Just like other blockchains, the Stellar network has a native currency, XLM. Initially, XLM did employ the Ripple protocol consensus, which was later replaced with the Stellar consensus protocol. Stellar is one of the fastest digital assets out there. The block time is 5 seconds, and the confirmation time can be as little as 2 seconds. Now, I couldn't find exact numbers, but some Stellar partners are saying that they get around 1,000 to 2,000 TPS, transactions per second. A higher TPS is needed for a payment structure to be scalable. To put this in perspective, Visa's TPS is currently at 2,000. Bitcoin's TPS is 4.6, and Ethereum's is 15. Another benefit of XLM is that the fees are extremely low. The transaction fee is 0.00001, so it's basically just a tiny fraction of a penny, which you can see the dramatic difference between something like ETH gas fees. XLM is an old crypto, and it's had plenty of time to foster a lot of partnerships over the years. Stellar works to maintain KYC and AML requirements to help with the legislative adoption. Currently in the United States, there's a bit of a tiff over legislation. We've all heard the news about the Securities and Exchange Commission targeting Ripple. Now, this has had dramatic effects on not only XRP, but also XLM. I know some people think that XLM and XRP are competitors, and some even think that they have a contentious relationship. But actually, the projects are focused on two entirely different markets. If anything, there's plenty of space for both currencies, and they'll most likely work together in the new global payment structure. But the wheels are already in motion for Stellar. On top of the prominent partnerships that they have, like IBM, the Ukrainian government has also hopped onto the Stellar network. They just recently announced that Stellar is going to be creating their digital asset infrastructure and their CBDC. Global adoption of a scalable, fast, and cheap currency is around the corner, and as more partners hop on board, the use case will spread. Governments are really starting to see the benefit of blockchain technologies, and as Brian Brooks from the OCC says, there is no blockchain without tokens. So let's talk about the tokenomics. Stellar currently has about 22 billion of a circulating supply, maximum supply of 50 billion. The market cap as of recording this video is just under $7 billion. The current price is 30 cents. Now, obviously, Stellar exploded with the news from Ukraine, and it shot up even despite the news of the SEC and Ripple, because when that SEC lawsuit was filed, XLM was one of the innocent currencies that went down with it. Now, I have no doubt that some tokens are indeed securities, but currently nothing has been deemed so in court. So we'll wait to hear more on the court case between the SEC and Ripple before we make a judgment on whether or not XRP is or is not a security. Now, the crux of the SEC's case is Ripple's initial sale of the XRP token. XLM's token distribution was handled differently though, so there's much less of a chance of the SEC somehow targeting XLM. Now, I am putting out a video about XRP and that case, so please subscribe to not miss that. Stellar, without a doubt, will spread far with the global payment structure. Just think of how inefficient it is to send money anywhere. I've heard of friends sending money to their families back home, and people will literally be waiting at the Western Union to take a piece of their money, and then you have the outrageous fees, funds getting lost, people getting double charged. So obviously, a cryptocurrency like XLM is needed in this future. We live in a digital age. We get our information instantly. We can call each other instantly. We can message instantly, no matter where you are in the world. There is no reason why we can't send money the exact same way. Stellar is and will be an industry leader in terms of solving the current payment problems. Okay, let's talk about the bottom line. What could XLM be worth in the future? There are trillions of dollars sitting in native currencies, and the system is as valuable as the amount of XR purchased, held, and used. The growth potential of Stellar is massive, which will no doubt increase the price of XLM. Just with the Ukraine news, we saw a 30% jump. Right now, the crypto market sits at $1 trillion. Bitcoin is at 719 billion. XLM is only at 6.7 billion. A simple 10x is $67 billion, which makes it a $3 XLM. And the crypto market is growing by $30 to $50 billion a day. $6.7 billion seems like peanuts. Realistically, in this bull run, with its active utility, I think we could see something more in lines with a $200 to $250 billion market cap, which would make XLM's price around $9 to $10. I started accumulating XLM around the same time that I started accumulating XRP. My dollar cost average is 11 cents, so it kind of hurts a little bit to buy it at 30 cents. But in reality, a 10x is still possible from here. I will absolutely still accumulate small amounts for now. I don't have a ton of XLM. I don't have a ton of crypto. I just got into crypto in the start of 2020, before the year turned into a dumpster fire. XLM has an incredible future from here, and I'm happy to keep buying it under $1. So there are a lot of misconceptions about XLM, but I hope it sheds some light on the Stellar network and XLM as a digital asset. There's still plenty of growth potential, so don't count out XLM if you haven't added it to your portfolio. And if you already have XLM, comment down below. Grayscale have already invested in XLM, and with the Stellar network partnering with businesses and countries, it's sure to make a meteoric rise in 2021. There's even the potential of USDC moving over to the Stellar network. I hope this video helped you with understanding Stellar and XLM, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. I often make analysis videos like this and news videos. I also have an interesting portfolio project coming out this weekend, so definitely subscribe to not miss that. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and happy hodling.